For more on Easter messages, we're joined in the studio by the Melbourne Catholic priest, Father Bob Maguire. Father Bob...
Yeah, that's... I used to be the parish priest.
You did?
Wasn't it nice?
You don't have a parish
No,
anymore.
I'm dumped
For
now.
people, this is a national program.
Yeah, I'm living in the same area, but I haven't got a church to go to.
So how do you spend Good Friday without your church?
Well, I'm here. This is religion as far as I'm concerned. And there's a couple of other things today and other television things. But, I mean, yeah, 3 o'clock, I mean, the call will come, I suppose, nick up the street and join the locals.
How different will it be for you this year, not having the parish
Well, the first
to
time
spread your
for
message?
not only for 38 years in South, but since 1960, I've conducted the orchestra, you see. And it gives you a chance to put your money where your mouth is. If you keep saying, listen, ritual is meaningless without actually inciting people to go to work, do things, well, then all of a sudden you sit in a church and you can't kind of... You're biting your tongue all the time because people might be saying passive things. Let's worship God. Let's pray to God to forgive, and all that. Let's do good things, and then the bloody service is over, and you know damn well that it won't be making much difference. That worries me about the Archbishop, the Anglican Archbishop. I love him. Yeah. I asked him for a job the other day.
You're switching denominations, are you?
Well, anything.
What worries you about his
Well,
message?
only that this is once a year, you see, we come with the banks and anybody with money, mining, they're easy targets. Why don't we look lower, like middle management or something, or the churches even?
There have been some comments from viewers about that this morning.
I would have thought. But he does mention the mates of mine occupy Melbourne as giving at least a philosophical basis for rethinking what the Commonwealth of Australia is, and that is trickle up. If the 1% has got all the dough, we know that, and the 99% have to go to work like you and me, well, then there's something out of kilter after 200 years in this place,
Do you think Good Friday still has the same sway over Catholics that it did
No, of course it
decades
doesn't.
ago?
Going church-wise, it doesn't. Because people have become less patient with ritual. It has to be meaningful ritual, or else people are a bit inclined to say, oh, well, I can do better just by sending money to the Children's Hospital. I mean, I was thinking on the way in, because I'm old and I lose my wits every now and again, as people have noticed by now, that in fact I said, what am I going in there for with Michael and Francis? And I said, well, in fact, they're what the Good Friday is all about. And also, don't forget the Jews. This is Passover.
Yeah.
It's important, you see, that what you do with newspapers and things, you're always going through newspapers and this is going to happen. Well, I mean, what current affairs are, in fact, the Passover. Current affairs are where, in fact, people are going through the ordeal of death in one way or another and rising above it. Now, that's Good Friday and Easter wrapped in one, you see? So I think that this is... the Aussies... I know that the clerics get a bit nervous about what I say about secularism. I think secularism, which is the Aussie way, is in fact as sacred as a religious expression of goodness.
Right, so you don't necessarily have to go to church.
I would say no, but then again, the clerics will be outside waiting in the street.
They probably will,
You see what I mean? As they were waiting for the founder of the firm.
You might have to stay here all day.
You see? I think I'll seek sanctuary.